Hi, this is Ethan Rein, Rein, Reinhardt, and this is my final project. The game I chose was Memory. I play a lot with with my little cousin. Um, and so essentially the rules are if you flip over two cards and they're a match, you get a point. Right now my circuit's off, so I have a little switch that'll turn it on. So now it's on, and the little indicator light just flashed. You can't see, let's do it again. Now it's on, as you can see, and I would get a point by clicking on the button. Each player has to press it initially once, just so the zero is is a is shown. I just did that because it just looks nicer. Technically, I could just did a 1, so initially you just get a point. But you would press it again, and you would get your 1. I always play up to 10 points because my cousin, he's 2. He loses track of stuff a lot, and and yeah, so I always just play up to 10. So if I click this 10 times, once 10 is reached, and as you can see, it's going through the thing. There we go. Once 10 is reached, it just automatically just keeps on going over, and it repeats. And this one does the same exact thing. Both of the circuits are in parallel with like one another. I did have an issue with RA4 for some reason. I don't know if the pick that I was using just burnt out or something. For some reason, it was just acting up, and I got fed up with trying to solve it. So I ripped my circuit apart and put another one in parallel with it. The parts I used were essentially the same exact ones I used throughout the lab. I believe all these parts were used up until lab 3, and the only thing that's missing out of it is the transistor, I believe. There was 2 of them. I think they're transistors, but there should be 2 of them, and I decided not to use them. It just didn't make sense. As you can see, though, both of the circuits are in parallel with one another. I couldn't really find a better way to demonstrate it, but that's how they are. And this is the code. There's a lot of it. Oh yes, another thing I found out that I found very interesting with like the pick when I was programming it. Initially, since I was using 1, it wasn't a big deal, but when I set up the second one, I was running into it was a error because the pins, all I had them. Well, I kind of had them all slapped on top of one another, so I just had to program it once versus twice since I have 2 of them, and I was getting an error because of that. Apparently, since the IDs they don't match up, you can't do that, unfortunately. But yeah, I just found that interesting. But anyways, that is my project, and have a nice day.